Hi everyone, welcome back to Adventures in the Fairy Garden. Today I'm really excited to review the new articulated Naturalistas. I had been interested in this doll line before, but what really kept me from ever purchasing any is the lack of articulation. They all had the basic 5 points of articulation. So when I saw they were coming out, I was really excited, and then I saw these at my local Target. I actually got I've got 4 out of 5. I'm just missing Paige, who I really want. But I got Dana with 3C hair, Whitney with 4B hair, Kelsey with 4B hair as well. And then her name's Leah with, she has 4C hair. So I like that they label the hair type. Whitney particularly is apparently a Target exclusive. I found these at Target. So far I haven't seen them at Walmart. I just saw the old unarticulated Naturalistas. These are, I believe, they still have the Purpose Toys logo, so it's still the same brand, but I think they have a new distributor or something because they're labeled under Far Out Toys when you look online for them, to the point where I just searched Naturalistas on Target's app, website, whatever, and they didn't come up until I typed in Far Out Toys Naturalistas after I did a little searching. But these dolls are really pretty. I also have some dolls that are unarticulated Barbies that I am hoping I might be able to find a match for. I don't know if I'm gonna find one specifically. This girly, she is from the what is it, career of the year set. I think she's supposed to be a pop star. So far, it's looking like we do, well, Dana might be it. I'll see when I get her out of the packaging, but Dana is a possibility. I'll have to compare. I know somebody had told me there's not a curvy made to move match, but I think it was the Madam CJ Walker Inspiring Women doll is at least a somewhat articulated match. If you are going to use these to rebody your first wave Naturalistas, or just any doll, then I would recommend being very careful and using a lot of hot water. I've heard their heads are a lot stiffer than Barbie heads, to the point where I admit sometimes when I'm rebodying Barbies, I can just yank the head off and I don't break the neck peg, and I'm I know it probably stretches out the inside, but whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Leah. She's really pretty. I like her outfit. It's sparkly purple kind of leggings and a top. And here's where it says Far Out Toys at the very bottom, if you're looking for the barcode, because what's weird is actually I bought Whitney, Kelsey, and Dana one day at Target, and then I was looking online and it said that they had Leah at my Target, so I was let me run get her. But now when I was looking at my purchases, there was one that I had gotten the other day. I don't know if it was Kelsey, maybe. She the thing was grayed out, you couldn't click on it at all. Where are my scissors? Right there. So I don't know exactly if it's just some people have been seeing them early, or it's just really new, but finding them has been a bit of a chase. I have, again, not found Paige yet, and you cannot order her online, and I really want her. One thing is these dolls are probably gonna get new outfits, except maybe Dana. I really like Dana's little dress. The Naturalistas for their clothing are usually more casual, and I do like that sometimes. I like having more casual clothes for dolls, but they have a lot of branding on them, like both Whitney and Kelsey have the Naturalistas logo all over their dress, whereas Leah, she just has like an N, kind of like it's a little branded graphic tee or something on her little crop top, and I think that's good. They all have heeled feet, and these are bigger than like Barbie feet, even like curvy Barbie feet. If you have like, I have an extra pair of Wicked shoes. Yeah, that fits pretty good. I had gotten an extra Nessa Rose for a body donor. And I've been seeing her pop up at like Ross, Eels, which is a discount store, which used to be like Burke's Outlet. I found another one, and she was even cheaper than the one I got at Ross, so that's why I got her to be a body donor. And again, it's getting closer to Christmas, so a lot of discount stores are getting like old stock of dolls and lots of cool stuff, so it's been a lot of fun to check out Ross and Ollie's periodically. Okay, the only thing I don't like tea ties, like getting dolls out. I'm always worried I'm gonna cut their hair. They also have little fanny packs, I think. Yeah, most of them actually, except for Dana. I think she has like an extra bracelet or something as her like extra accessory. But I like the fanny packs. I carry a fanny pack, so I'm probably gonna steal the white one for my doll, because I usually have like a beigey fanny pack, and that's the closest I think that they've got. The shoes for her are sneakers, but again, you can't really see the inside, but again, it's like the kind that's on an incline, so you can put a doll with heeled feet in there to give her flat shoes, which I do appreciate sometimes. I like flat shoes, but it feels like sometimes like the flat shoe options are not as glamorous, and I'd rather them have heeled feet, and I can just like give them flats that have the like inside. And one thing is these dolls have a lot of hair, so that'll be fun to style. I have a niece who really likes to do hair, and last year my boyfriend and I got her a styling head for her to like practice her braids and stuff like that on the doll, but honestly she does a really good job on herself and her mom. And I had talked to her mom about these dolls before, but especially now that they have articulated ones and the little salon place, I might get her that for Christmas. And she has earrings as well, which are just like the Naturalista logo. Hers are silver. Whitney, Dana, theirs are gold, and Kelsey's are silver. So I like that we get a little of both. Okay, so she's got her little fanny pack. I think it's meant to sit kind of low, because it's kind of loose up here, and there's only like I think one little hole or two options, but really it's not any tighter than that. And she's got this little top knot already. Again, I like them like with their hair just out and flowing. I am planning on at least a couple of these, turning them into fairies, because I turn a lot of my dolls into fairies, and I think they will be beautiful fairies. But here she is in her like default outfit, I like these sneakers. This is a really pretty color. This is like kind of a burgundy maroon. She's got her articulation at the knee and the hip, the elbow, the wrist. And then now the one thing a lot of people have said, oh, okay, well, her head was pushed all the way down, and I twisted it just a little bit, and now you can move her head around a lot easier, and it does not look like she has no neck. And I know she's wearing like a little mock neck, turtleneck, whatever, but that is something. I don't even know if that's the case for all of these in the box, but now I'm gonna see that when I pop them out. But she has really pretty hair. I like her eyes. They're kind of like a gold color. They have like a kind of like an hourglass figure. They're not quite as like curvy as like a curvy Barbie. I wonder if I moved her head too much, because now she's got a little bobblehead. But she'll stay like this just when I'm playing with her. It's very easy to move her head. So that is one thing. Okay, but I can like kind of adjust it a bit more. I think their neck pegs are just like more just like round kind of disc joints. They don't have like prongs like Barbies do, which a lot of dolls don't. I know the prongs are a safety feature, but it sometimes makes rebodying a giant pain. But I think these have, yep, their heads are like harder plastic. They're not the like squishy vinyl. Alright, so now we got Dana. Her outfit is my favorite. It's adorable, and I love these boots. So far, I haven't seen a ton of people talk about these. At least on YouTube, I've seen a few people talking about them in the subreddit, and I'm really excited for them. And to see what people do with them. Jessica, the dollhouse curator, she made a video, and that's what prompted me to run out and go get them, because I was like, oh, they're just so pretty, and I'm like, maybe my Target will have them, and they did. I think they're doing my Walmart is still resetting. There's still a lot of empty space in the doll aisle, but Target, I think, is pretty set for like new releases and stuff. I got one of the Rainbow High Littles, which I talked about in my other video, recently with the Winx Club, and I'm gonna do that video next. I got Stella and Bloom. I haven't found Aisha yet. They keep saying they have her in store, and then I just see the spot for her, and I love Aisha so much. Like, I really, like, initially she was gonna be the only one I got, but then I saw Flora in person, and I was like, well, she's really pretty. Let me just grab her. And I wasn't gonna grab Bloom or Stella, but they've grown on me, and right now, at least, I don't know if this is gonna change. Tecna and Musa are online only, so I will have to wait and order those at some point if I want all 6, which I of course do. I finished the Winx Club reboot. Well, at least what we have up to this point. I think it's supposed to be like a 26 episode season, like previous seasons, but they're doing the thing that a lot of streaming services do now, where you essentially split the season into parts, and I don't really like that, because it's essentially making it 2 different seasons, because it's like so far apart. Because I think it's not coming out until like the rest of it until next year or something. And the other rainbow show that I'm looking forward to seeing part 2, season 2, I don't know what to call it really, is Mermaid Magic. Mermaid Magic I thought was really good. There's supposed to be dolls released. Yeah. I hate all these little tea ties. But I have not seen like a release date or anything, but Mermaid Magic was really fun. I know a lot of people liked it. I really liked it, and I think we didn't have like the attachment to it since it was something new, like Winx Club, and you have all these expectations of what it's going to be like, you know. Not that I think like the reboot is peak Winx or anything like that. Okay, gotta get her little hand things off. And she's very pretty. And again, this white dress has, it's kind of hard to tell in like pictures of the doll and stuff, but it has a bit of like iridescence to it. I think that's really pretty. It reminds me of like opals. Okay. I think this Barbie is like a hair. Hard to see. I think maybe hair darker. She's got a slightly different undertone too. I could maybe get it like Dana, I think, is a little more like pinky reddish undertone. But again, I got these dolls because I just think they're really pretty. If I can use any of them for like a body match for anybody, I'll probably get a double. But until then, and if anybody knows, if you keep track of the made to move chart and like it's updated, if anybody has added these, let me know. Or if you've like rebodied them or use these for a rebody. Oh my gosh. Getting off these little hand holder in the boxer thing is really difficult. Like, I've cut it almost entirely all the way down, but it just hasn't popped off yet. So I'll get her later. And she's got some gold accessories. It's a pretty bracelet. And again, I really like these boots. These are cute boots. They would definitely be big on a Barbie. Also, if you have this particular shoe mold, I put these on my Jan princess dolls, which are like a kind of dupe from AliExpress of Integrity Toys dolls, which also have bigger feet. So if you have any of those in your collection that have more like this size feet, or I think maybe Disney like ILY dolls also have similarly sized feet, they can share shoes. So that's good to have options for them. The clothes, again, they're very similar size to Barbie body-wise. The clothes will fit. And these are really pretty. Let's see, Whitney, yeah, is a Target exclusive. Again, I haven't been able to figure out much about like how these are going to be released, if they're going to be on Amazon later. So far, I checked Far Out Toys website actually to see if they had Naturalistas up, and I don't think it's listed under their brand yet. So I don't know if this is like a super new thing for them or what. Whitney has green eyes. She's got gold hoops and accessories. I forgot to check with. Okay, so Kelsey's still over there. Dana, her head is perfectly fine, and it looks like her neck is perfectly fine. from what I saw of like other people unboxing Leah, it looks like, I don't know if they just pushed her neck down really hard in the packaging because she's got this like turtleneck on or something, but you can see kind of like her head like is like this, and I don't think I can do this with, nope. So I don't know if it's just my doll or what. She's still really pretty though. So I'll say, I wonder if I get another one if it'll do the same thing. I might get a double and experiment and restyle them, because I can always have more dolls in the dollhouse. I think Whitney is probably my favorite. Just overall design wise, I just really like her lip color, her eye color, her hair, the way she's styled. With the outfit, I'm not the most fond of like the logo all over it, but the style itself is really cute. I'm just not a big like logo person. I say as I'm wearing a Barbie shirt. Like usually just like a simple logo, like straight across or something like that. Because that's my complaint with some like rainbow high clothes. Like I love a good graphic tee, but I don't want it everywhere. And I know some people have said that also kind of turns them off the doll's clothes, at least, because, you know, it just feels like they are a walking billboard. But I restyle most of my dolls. They don't stay typically in their original outfit, unless it's like a collector doll of some sort, and even then, a lot of times I'll add a little bit of something. Okay. Okay, her head moves, and I haven't gotten her all the way out of it, but her head moves perfectly fine. So it looks like just a weird thing with Laya's head. And again, it's very loose. It's very loose. Because I can like pick it up and move it up and down. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that. So I think these are obviously the first time they've been articulated. They're new body molds. I think new head molds. I know the faces definitely look different compared to other releases, but I don't mind. I think they're pretty. Okay. She's almost out. Almost there. But yeah, I may get an extra Laya. Just cause I don't know what's wrong with her head. And I think if she's just like displayed on a stand, she'll probably be fine. But I don't know. Okay. Maybe pretty. And again, I just have the hardest time. I'm gonna have to just like cut these bit by bit to get them off. I'm surprised I haven't seen my Froggy stuff talk about these. I know she's a big fan of articulation. She puts a lot of her dolls on made-to-move bodies, which I like to do when that is an option. Her hair is styled in pigtails. The hair quality feels really nice. I don't know like what fiber they used as far as like saran, poly, nylon, Kanekalon. I recently started my first reroot project, and I started out with saran, and for me it was like, it's really nice and soft, but it's too slippery, so I had a really hard time just like keeping it nice and neat. I switched for that project, it's actually for my mini-me, to Kanekalon, and it's a lot easier to root. Much easier. Okay, Whitney. Okay, I think. See, hers I was able to get up. There we go. She's very pretty. Very pretty. She's gonna make a good fairy. And then last, I've got Kelsey. And she comes with these like high top sneakers that have like a sock molded in, which is good. I hate putting on socks for dolls or stockings, like anything like that. Like, I like the look of them, but it's just really hard to get them on. And then like sometimes the shoes don't fit properly anymore, but it's like you put on bigger shoes and they still fall off. So I kind of like the look. Another, I think rainbow high shoes might work for these. I don't know. They may be a little too big for them. Rainbow high, monster high, that kind of size. And I'm sorry, you guys, it's taking me so long. I thought it would be so simple to get them out since it's just like really simple packaging, but they are really tied down in there. I'm gonna style them later because I have some plans for them, for maybe all of them to be fairies. One of them, she might be staying in the dollhouse, I don't know, or at least until I get the 5th one. Miss Paige, I don't know. Okay. Alright, and Miss Kelsey, she's got her beautiful ponytail. She's got kind of grayish brown eyes, I think. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not very good at saying exactly what color it is. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm almost a little colorblind. Like, especially if it comes to differentiating between, like, red and orange. I don't know why. But I think these might just be a light brown. And then Alaya, hers are like a light gold. Again, her neck though is kind of bothering me. I don't know what. Maybe I shouldn't have popped it all the way up like that. Miss Whitney, looking beautiful. She has these pigtails, green eyes, gold accessories. One thing I haven't mentioned is their makeup. It's really simple. As far as I can tell, there's no pixelation, which is good. But they have just like simple lip colors, a little bit of eyeshadow, and that's about it. There she is. So overall, I think these dolls are really, really pretty. The hair quality is really good. There's tons of hair. Tons of hair. I do think if you were gonna, like, it's very thickly rooted. If you wanted to reroot or anything, like, I think there's probably a pretty good rooting pattern in here already. If you wanted to, I'm hoping they maybe do, like, maybe locks or micro braids or something like that. For some future dolls. Another thing that the Dollhouse Curator brought up in her video, they came out with a Fade collection, which was their, like, guy collection a couple years ago, and they only came out with one guy. His name is Greg. And he was a really cute doll. He just had no articulation. So I would like if they made more guy dolls. Here, let me grab my boyfriend's mini-me. Right, here's his mini-me. He's holding Batman. This is a Fresh Squad doll. I think it's Miles, I think is the, like, character name, but this is him. Found finding a doll with rooted locks was really difficult, let alone a beard. So I would like to be able to find more dolls with textured hair and hairstyles. So I really like these Naturalistas, and I wanted to show my support and, you know, for them to keep making these and expand the line. Like, especially, these are $12.99 and they're articulated. Fashionistas are still like maybe $9, $10, and they only have the basic 5 points of articulation, and they usually don't come with like any sort of accessories. They just usually have kind of like a dress on and some shoes, and that's it. So like if I was picking between like this and a fashionista, I'd pick this. I think this is a really good deal, and I'm really excited to see what they come up with next, and I hope that they introduce more in the future. Have you guys seen the new articulated Naturalistas? What are your thoughts? Do you wish they had more articulation, more like a made to move? Are you excited to maybe rebody your older Naturalistas onto an articulated body? Because I think these characters were already all in the line, I believe. So you can just rebody them like to their like wave 1, wave 2, whatever releases. Next, I'm gonna do a Winx Club unboxing at some point this weekend. It's currently Friday, and I'm really excited for that. These girls are, I got these like little ball gowns off of Amazon, so I'm excited to try those out. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.